and I'd like to help you learn how to play the piano. Today we're going to talk a little bit about our approach to the piano, and I'd like to help demystify and get away all the clutter that can sometimes get in the way of our learning process. Because if you're like me, you want to play music right away, you want to make sound, and you want to interact with the piano. So to begin, we're going to talk just a little bit about how the piano functions. We're going to talk about how to find our location on the keyboard, and then we'll get into what is called technique. And these are going to be little exercises that will help you greatly in being able to play. So on the piano we have 88 keys, and these 88 keys go up in pitch when we move to the right, so we call that pitch. When the tone fluctuates, it goes up or down, we call that pitch. So let's listen to it go up in pitch. And then down in pitch. Now with the 88 keys on the keyboard, there are only 12 tones. And so as long as we can say our ABCs, we'll be able to find all the notes that we need on the keyboard. As you can see, there's a recurring pattern of 2s and 3s, these black keys here. And I like to refer to the 2 keys as the Twinkies, because Twinkies come in packs of 2. And I like to refer to the 3 keys as Kit Kats, because they kind of remind me of chocolate. Now, the white keys, they share black keys. So as we go up in pitch or down in pitch, we're going to refer to these black keys as sharps and flats. If we're going up in pitch and we get just a little bit higher in pitch, we call that going sharp. And if we're going down in pitch, get a little bit flat, so we call it flat. And you should be able to hear this. This is a G major scale. And now if I'm going back the other way, I'm going to go flat. That's it. So I'm going this way and I'm using certain black keys. When I go this way, I refer to those as flats. When I'm going this way, I refer to them as sharps. The notes share the black keys. So if I'm playing a G and I'm going this way on the keyboard, I refer to this note as a G sharp. If I'm going this way on the keyboard, notice the A shares that same note. I refer to it as an A flat. So here's A, there it goes flat. Now, let's talk a little bit about the names of the notes. We're just going to start on A, because that's the beginning of the alphabet. So A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and then A repeats again. A, B, C, A. This recurs all the way up and down the keyboard. For some people, it's easier to start catching their bearings and knowing their location by finding A. For others, usually in the traditional methods, we start on middle C. I don't think that's always going to be helpful, because as we recall the alphabet in our head, we never start on C. So if we make it easier, let's start on A. Now if we look underneath the piano, you're going to see some pedals. Now those pedals serve a certain function. The pedal furthest to the left, that pedal dampens the sound. It puts little pads on the strings of an acoustic piano and it softens it. The pedal on the right sustains the sound. It allows the sound to sing out and to ring. And we want to be selective when we use the pedal. It's usually notated in the music. As you can hear, the note just sings. It just hangs there in the air. If we use it too much, sounds can get kind of muddy. So let's practice a little bit of making music. I'd like you to sit in front of your piano, and we're going to find the A key. Remember, the A key is between these 2 black keys. You can find this anywhere on the piano, so just use your eyes. and look for the 3 black keys and play any A you want. It doesn't have to be this A. Got it? All right. So now we're going to skip a note and we're going to play the C. So if we play our A and we're going up in pitch to the right, we're going to skip 1 note. Now we're going to do it again. We're going to skip the next white key and we're going to play an E. Piano comes down to how our hands best fit the note pattern. I want you to be able to explore playing multiple notes using different fingers. You can split them up between this hand and this hand. You can play them all with one hand. Now, our initial reaction usually when we start the piano is to do something like this. Take the path of least resistance with how our hand thinks it should press those keys down. My recommendation to you is to start with using your pinky, your middle finger, and your thumb. You want to keep kind of a nice curve to your hand. You want it to be relaxed. It can be helpful if you just let the weight of your arm drop into the key. And let the sound just come out. Let it be produced. You don't have to hit the keys at all, just let it sink in there. Now you can kind of rock your hand around like this. Keep your fingers connected to the keys and just kind of feel the weight of your hand. And do this very, very loosely and lightly, keeping the keys pressed down. And you're going to start to feel how to loosen your own hand up. We can also sometimes move up the keys to play or down. So I want you to discover where it feels the most appropriate for you. Now, if you've played this chord in your left hand, go ahead and do it with your right hand. We'll find the same notes. So we have A, just between the Kit Kats. And we're going to skip every other note on the white keys using our thumb, our middle finger, and our pinky. Great. Now we're going to go ahead and press those all down at the same time. You have just played an A minor chord. Now here's where it gets a little fun. We're going to make noise. The whole purpose of making noise is to just get our hands used to feeling the keyboard. Piano just comes down to how we touch the instrument. And so, as you have your hands on the A minor keys, go ahead and try things like this. Moving inward towards the thumbs, start with your pinkies, middle finger, thumb. And you can rock your hand a little bit. Play it really slowly. Try to press down the notes at the same time. Now, if that comes easy to you, we can try this. We're going to go the opposite way, outwards towards the pinky. So we'll start with the thumbs. Notice I'm lifting my hand just a little bit. I'm pulling off the key. I want you to explore different ways that your hand connects to the instrument. It might be a lighter touch. It might be a heavier touch. So you're playing more from lifting, kind of pushing your fingers down. I hope that helps you get started just making a little bit of sound and a little bit of noise, and also understanding where you're going to find your notes. So let's start from the beginning. There's 88 keys. In those 88 keys, there are 12 tones. In those 12 tones, they start with the alphabet. We start with A. A is located in the area of the Kit Kats, between these two Kit Kats right here. The Kit Kats and the Twinkies are sharps and flats. If we're going to the right, we call them sharp. If we go to the left, we call them flats. I hope this helps get you started. Have a great one.